Well, here we go. The old problem of KTM fuel pumps. So, my rally bike, tried to start it one day, got nothing. Wouldn't prime, wouldn't do anything. Checked the fuse. Okay, first time I've seen that, but the fuse was blown. Changed the fuse. Tried to prime as you start it, where you can hear the fuel pump turn over. Nothing. So, I've taken it totally apart. I've actually replaced the fuel pump with a Quantum, and I've used these fuel pumps before. Just the actual pump itself, it's like 160 Australian dollars, and I've put that into the original pump assembly, and I'm going to put that in, and I know they work fine because I'm running one in one of my 350s. It's been going for about 130 hours. So what I will be doing is dissecting the original fuel pump to see why it's not working, and it's also basically seized up too. So let's take a look, and that's what the little pump looks like. That's a pretty simple thing, really. And now we come to the end of the pump, which you can see. That's the end of the armature. That whole thing was like really sticky, and I tried to turn the armature and it still didn't want to turn. So I cut the other end and took it completely apart. So that's that part of it. And there's the bushes in there. They still push in fine. They all work fine. No problems there. There's the armature. Oh, just pull that out. It takes out two magnets. And that's the armature. And to be honest, it all looks fine. But what I did notice was, still on this shaft, where it sits, there was a lot of sticky stuff. I don't know what the sticky stuff's from. Some sort of resin, but it was really, really sticky on the end. So then I had a look at the bushing in the end of the pump, and it was like corrosion built up on the bushing itself, but also like a really sticky stuff in there too. So I put the armature in the way it is right now without any magnets or anything, and it was really stiff to turn. So I grabbed the armature first, just gave it a clean up with Scotch-Brite, and then cleaned inside the bushing with the type of Scotch-Brite. Then put the armature back in. Absolutely spins fine. So we've got that far now. So the next thing I did with this pile of crap is I put the whole thing back together, held it together, and put 12 volts on it to a 12 volt battery. And what do you think happened? But I will be keeping, when I use the rally bike, I always take two spare pump motors. So you never know if they're going to go, but when they do, they just go all of a sudden. Both of them have went just all of a sudden, and on this bike I have not run the fuel empty, and it's always been above the pump. So you know, who really knows? But I'd be interested to, if I ever get another one, to pull it apart and have a look as well. But the actual motors themselves are made, I mean, they're made really well. So I have no idea where that sticky gunk was coming from. So, but anyway, and I run a fuel filter, a SOC filter in the tank as well, so it beats me. But just thought I'd pull it apart and have a look and show you. Alright, well, I've put it back together apart from the end cap on it where the little pump impeller is. And I'm going to actually stick 12 volts on it and see what it does now. Okay, let's see what happens. Spins perfectly. So that makes me think that in this particular pump, the bushing got so much, maybe even corrosion built up on it, because I couldn't turn the armature before. And once I cleaned out the bushing and the shaft on the end of the armature, I'll pull it all out. So once I cleaned them all, spun fine. So makes you think what the problem really was with a lot of these pumps that seem to go banging all of a sudden. But anyway, I just thought I'd put my 2 cents in. All right, thanks for watching.